that comes that gets thrown up by my country, your country. Let's go to our next story. You know, justice is the bedrock of every society. But when those trained to protect lives and property turn into predators, the consequences are grave. In Akwa Ibom State, a dismissed soldier has been sentenced to death by hanging for the murder of a Port Harcourt-based businessman. The tragic incident, which shocked residents, highlighted once again the dangers of abuse of power and the devastating impact of betrayal by those in uniform. The court's ruling serves as both punishment for the crime and a warning to others in service who may be tempted to misuse their position. It's akin to what we have just discussed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and you know, in those days, they say Nigerians we are our brother's keepers. But these days, people are always afraid of giving a helping hand. But if you read the story of this businessman that was killed, it's pathetic. He gave someone a lift, meaning that the soldier may probably have been stranded wherever he is and just decide to give him a lift, only for you to end up, taking his life. However, I want to say with all sense of modesty that the fact that he was a soldier does not necessarily mean that uniformed men are that bad.
No.
I think he's criminally...
An odd case.
Yeah, he must be criminally minded because when I read about the vehicle he even tried to take away, you know, if it's big, well, you get the attraction. Matrix cannot be classified as a very... that will attract you taking somebody's life. So that is to tell you that the young man, it's a criminal. But it
was a premeditated act.
But we must also commend the court, you know, for serving out, you know, that judgment. Even though, you know, the case started around 2021 and this is 2025. I hope and pray that it will not take long before because it's a different thing to get judgment. It's another thing for the judgment to be carried out. I'm aware that this is the court of first instance. You know, they will go to, you know, appeal and probably, you know, probably get to the Supreme Court. But I believe very strongly that the family of the deceased will at least be happy in a way, even though the judgment cannot bring back, you know, the man who, you know, had been killed, but it will give them a sense that
Wale, what we are underscoring here, what we are underlining here is punishing bad behavior.
Sure.
So nobody tomorrow would say, I feel kill you, nothing will happen.
Yes.
You know.
This gentleman was so kind to him, you know, took him from Port Harcourt on a free ride, and then suddenly, on the way, he came out with an unauthorized AK-47. And then just took his life like that in 2021 in May.
Okay.
People can be very... In fact, the heart of man is desperately wicked.
Yeah.
And no one can predict it. So I don't know what will have... Just that 7 years old person, you know, he just took his life like that. It's quite very unfortunate. And you see, that's why in this country, people are very reluctant in helping each other. It's not all the time that people are wicked. When you are traveling, you are alone in your car, let's say from here to... In those days, you know, you just stand on the highway, you get a free ride. Even from here, I used to get free ride from here to Onitsha. Because the society was not as bad as this. From Onitsha, I would stand on the highway, get free ride to Nsukka. Free ride as a student. You know, they just look for your ID card. But who can do that these days? Even these days, the mutual trust has been so bastardized and destroyed that when your neighbors cook and give you that food, you are suspicious. Unlike in those days, Christmas time, different types of food we brought, and then you eat without any fear. But now, somebody...
And salad time.
Yes, somebody is giving you food.
Not even salad. I remember in those days, you can eat your breakfast at home,
and then
but the other meats will be taken...
So if somebody cooks for you now, your neighbor, you are afraid. That, oh, maybe he wants to, you know, do something to me. And even these days, somebody wants to give you a ride. The person thinks so, he wants to use me for ritual. The person is also taking you, is thinking that maybe this one is an armed robber. So you see that the mutual trust in our society has been destroyed. And it's because of things like this.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm glad for the courage of that judge. You know, though it's a state high court, he will still appeal, and we don't know what will happen when he appeals. But at least the judge has, you know, shown a high level of courage. If you do have no right to take any human life, no matter what. Somebody who has decided to help you.
It's not that he was provoked in any way.
No, you are being given assistance. That is why the Yoruba says that olórí àjẹ́ làjẹ́ kọ́kọ́ máa ń pa àjẹ́.
Can you imagine?
The benefactor of a witch is usually the first victim.
Of
So anyone, we need to be very careful when you are helping people.
Okay. Time to make money for this station. So we'll go on a commercial break. Please, let us do that. We'll be back. Stay with us. Thank you.